And then if you start to feel quite comfortable with the level 1 movement mobility exercises, we want to bring a little bit more strengthening into it. Going back to the up and down, flexing, extending motion that we did for the back for level 1. We're going to add the legs into it. So that's going to encourage the strength into the back and also into abdominals, while still maintaining the movement into the spine. So just a reminder, we're arching the back up and then gently down within that range that's comfortable for you. So what you now can do, as we feel that gentle opening to the front of the body, we extend the one leg behind us, we lift the leg, the gaze gently forwards, that chest bone leading forwards, and the back will still round, we bring the knee in towards the nose, keep those arms strong, the back of the body lifting to the ceiling. And again we're open, so we're going to stay on the same side, about 3 or 4. Once you've done one side, and then switch to another. So you do about 3 or 4 reps on each side. Anyway, you want to do about 5 sets or so, if that feels quite easy. Then we can do a little bit more. So it's not just the leg that's working. Remember to keep that movement to the body. So strengthen the back of the body and the spine as we lift the leg, and gently engage in the stomach muscles as we tuck that knee underneath us. Right, and then staying on the hands and the knees, just to bring a little bit more strength and loading all the way through the body. So engaging across the front of the body into our shoulders. So our body is one thing. So I want the body working as a whole together. So like we touched on before, but into the last series of exercises, level 1, but slightly different. We're going to bring the hips back towards the heels, but we're going to keep the sitting bones up towards the sky. So I'm not rounding down for this one. Keep the sitting bones up towards the ceiling behind you. You feel a nice openness into the upper part of the back, the chest falling through the arms. Hands about shoulder width apart. Then as we come forwards, we want to make sure we don't collapse into the back. Don't let the hips sink down. So keep a little bit of strength across the front of the body. Arms and shoulders strong. Hips come back level with the knees and the shoulders. You might want to hold it here for a couple of breaths, but make sure you don't hold the breath. And then slowly, again, rocking back. And make sure the elbows aren't locked out. So it's that little bit of give as well into the elbows. And then from here, we can come down onto our front. I'm just going to grab a blanket handy, because you might need it in a moment. Just engage and strengthen across the lower part of the back. We can simply do some leg lifts. So we're lying onto our front. Think about the sitting bones, just gently drawing in together. And then you lift the leg, lifting from the hips, make sure you're not bending the knee. Lift the leg off the ground, just an inch or so. Imagine like trying to reach the wall behind you. So it's not about how high you can lift the leg, because we don't want to compress the lower back. So like I mentioned earlier, sometimes people feel back pain when the lower part of the back gets compressed in particular, and it's compressing the facet joints. So it's just a small lift, sitting bones drawing in together, just an inch or so, slowly back down, swapping legs. But as you swap legs, still thinking about those glutes, just gently engage and the sitting bones drawing in together. Even if you do this in with a small movement or lying on your front, you still feel that discomfort into your lower part of the back. If you grab a cushion, a rolled up towel, and just place it underneath the lower part of the stomach, and just let the pelvis, so just tilt back slightly then to open up those joints, and then just feel a little bit more comfortable. And we've got a couple more. And from here, we then roll over onto our back for our shoulder bridge. So again, it's movement, but starting to bring some strengthening into the lower part of the back. So for this, we don't particularly want anything underneath our head, because if we do, as we lift up, if our head's pushed forward, it's going to increase the angle and the stress onto the back of the neck. We want our feet to our hip width apart, arms down by your side, and just draw your shoulder blades back so the collarbones are nice and open. And the lower part of your back is actually going to roll into the ground to begin with. So the pelvis is rolling backwards. Your feet strong into the mat, particularly the heels. Lifting up those sitting bones. And then keep rolling up. Imagine one bone at a time, just peeling away from that mat behind you. Hold for breath at the top, and then slowly rolling back down. So your upper part of the back comes down first, then the middle, and then the lower. So if you can with your breath, breathing in, out, rolling up, breathing in at the top, and breathing out, and come back down. And you want to repeat this for about a minute or two. If rolling all the way up is too much for you to start off with, we can just do just that little lift and come back down again, just to start to switch on those muscles at the bottom part of the back, or maybe try without the roll. So you've just got the heels down, sitting bones joined together, a little lift up, and that little lift down. But as you progress and you start to feel comfortable, keep coming back to try to do that roll, even if you're just practicing rolling your lower part of the back into the floor and then let it lift back up again. So gently rocking back and then arching the back to get that movement into the lower part of the spine and the pelvis. And then if you enjoyed the exercise, last one, of the first level, where we took the knees side to side, we can take that a little bit further and get more hip work into it by taking the knees wide and keeping the feet wide, arms relaxed out, and let the legs relax side to side, but the legs don't stay together for this one. You feel like a little overstretch and opening around the outside of the hip while still getting the movement through the waist and all the way across the body. And again, we've got a minute or so, just what feels right for you, nice and relaxed. So level 2, we're bringing a mixture, gentle strengthening, keeping the movement and our mobility. And then when this starts to feel more comfortable, we can move on to our level 3.